Hello, welcome again to your Universal Tutor. So today we are going to be dealing with indices problems. So when you hear the word indices, it is obviously talking about powers. So you are dealing with powers when you hear the word indices. So today I'll only be solving problems in a past paper. Then I'll make another video that will talk about the full topic about indices. So today I'm only focusing on questions, how questions they come on indices. So today we are going to solve indices from different past papers. So I've already said when you're dealing with indices, you already know that you're dealing with what? Powers. So we are going to pick from different past papers indices. We are going to look at different questions and you see how they bring differently. Sometimes they may put just a square root, sometimes they'll put a value, power 2, power 3, power 4. So you get to know those kind of things. Sometimes they put a cube root. You get to know those kind of things. And you have to be very much aware. Like in this video, we are going to be dealing with indices. And we are going to target question what? 14 from the past paper. So we are going to get question what? 14. So we are going to get question 14, which says evaluate. So I'm going to zoom in. You get the question. That is, we're only sticking to 14. 14, 14, 14. Okay, so that's our question 14. I've just copied here. It says what? Evaluate. So I've just put here evaluate as a subtopic because today we'll only be solving indices on evaluate. Okay, so now as you have seen here, they have put a cube root and 64. So here what they're trying to say here, they're trying to say you look for a number that can go into 64 3 times. The number that you can multiply 3 times and should give you 64. That's what they're trying to say. That's the meaning of the cube root. So we are going to solve this one. We have to find a number, and you are not allowed to use the calculator because this is paper 1. Okay, so here they're trying to say, I'll try to explain it deeper. So here the number that can go what's the cube root of 64? That's what they're trying to say. The cube root of 64 here, it's what? It is 4. So if you want to confirm it, you can confirm it on your calculator. You just place 4 to the power 3 to give you 64. So we are done with this equation. You have solved just like this. This is the answer. It is easy like this. You have to make sure you know the cube root of the number. You find the cube root of the number. So what they mean when they put the cube root, it means you find the number. When you multiply to itself for 3 times, it will give you that number that you have been given in the question. So that's a cube root. So we are going to go to another past paper. So in this past paper, we're also dealing with the indices. So in this past paper, we are going to look at question 16. So which is our question 2. So we are going to say that you have seen they have bring back 64, 3, 64 minus negative 25. Okay. So we're going to come here. So when you look at our equation, it's saying 64. Find the cube root of 64 and the square root of 25. So when you see this square root, simply means there is a power 2 here. It means there is a what? A power 2 here. So they're trying to say find the square root of 25 and find the cube root and subtract. So we're going to say the square root of 64. We're going to say here equals the square root of 64. It is 4. So we're going to bring that minus this the square root The cube root of 64 is 4. Then the square root of 25, it is what? It is 5. So it is 5. So the answer is not here. It's not yet done. It's not yet the answer. So we're going to come here. We're going to say equals. We are going to say equals. We're going to say 4 minus 5 is going to give us what? -1. You subtract and get the sign from the bigger number. So we are going to have negative what? -1. So from here you have what? You have evaluate. So I've said here, the cube root of 64, it is 4. Then the square root of 25, it is 5. So then there is a minus there, which simply means you have to subtract. Okay? So when the signs are the same, if it was negative here, we're going to add. But since it is positive, when there is no sign like this, it means the number is positive. So you subtract and get the sign from the bigger number. So you can see here, the answer is negative what? -1. We are done. So we are going to get to another question. Sometimes they bring such questions like this one, so that when you put your answer, you'll be wondering to say, is this correct? How can the answer be negative? So if you're finding a negative, just leave it like that. That's the answer. They are putting this so that you take your time, you try to resolve it to confirm, and time is going in an exam, trying to prove if this is negative. So you use different method, you find the same answer and time has gone. So if you find a negative, you leave it like that. The key factor is to understand what is given. If they just bring a square root like this, meaning they're looking for a number that you can multiply two times by itself, it will give you that given number. Like here, they're asking a number that we can multiply by itself, it will give us 25, which is what? It is 5. So here we have found -1. We have subtracted the cube root of 64 with the square root of what? Of 25. And we have get what? -1. So we are going to another past paper. So in this past paper, in this past paper, we're focusing on question 21. Question 21. We're dealing with small problems first before we go to the bigger problems. So in this video, I'm just doing questions on indices. I'll teach the full topic in the next video, in my next video. So here we are going to say, again here it's saying evaluate. As you can see the question